Hey, we're Daniel and Bonnie Hoover, and welcome to the Marriage Adventure.
So not too long ago, I was talking to a guy. He and his wife have been married like 59 years, almost 60 years. And he was telling me that when they first got married, they were having, the first couple of years were incredibly difficult for him. The tough thing is he was in seminary. That's like preacher school. And so he was close to graduating. And he was about to take the pastorate at a church, but he was bothered by something. His marriage was in disarray, and they were having struggle upon struggle. And he said, how can I go be a pastor and try to help people when I can't even keep my own marriage together, and I can't even have a healthy marriage? And then he said God gave him a vision. God gave him a glimpse. And the glimpse was this. It was of Jesus washing the disciples' feet. And God said to him, that's what you don't have in your marriage. You don't have a servant attitude. And he said, you know what, God, you're right. He said, that's what's missing. So he began asking his wife 3 questions every day. He began to ask her, how can I love you better? How can I serve you more? And how can I be a better husband? And he said every day he'd ask her that. And he said it didn't change overnight. It didn't even change within a couple of weeks. But he said within 3 months, he noticed something, that his wife began to ask him those same questions back.
You might be surprised to hear that that seminary student was Dr. Gary Chapman, the author of 5 Love Languages. And that book has sold over 5 million copies worldwide. Let me just say, that right there surprised me because he's supposed to have it all figured out, which none of us do. And his book, The 5 Love Languages, greatly helped us on our journey in the beginning of our marriage. Just understanding how to serve each other better through showing each other love in the way that we felt loved, that was tremendous for us.
So I think that's the key in our marriage. And that exposes the one trait, and it's selfishness. We're all selfish people. I'm selfish.
I'm selfish for sure.
Bonnie's the only person I know that's not selfish. But that right there, if we can overcome selfishness in our marriage, then 90% of your problems are going to be much easier to solve. And if we can ask those questions every day of our spouse, how can I be a better husband or wife? How can I serve you more? How can I love you more? Then man, that unlocks selfishness in our hearts. Listen to this verse.
Jesus even addressed it in John 15:13. He says, greater love has no one than this, that he's willing to lay down his life for his friends. And I don't know about you, but the hardest person for me to lay down my life for is the person that I live with. Because sometimes that invades my space and my personal happiness, or so I think. But God says if we can lay down our lives for our friends, serving each other like that, we will be happy because we're following his commands.
So that's it for today. Pretty simple. Overcome selfishness. It's very difficult, but if we can do it day by day by day, we'll see things change in our marriage over time. So thanks for joining us today. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and have fun on your adventure.